Angela's Southern Comfort Dishes. I hope everyone's had a very, very great afternoon and a very productive work week. Today for our dinner here at the Davis home, we will be having spaghetti with brown and served dinner rolls. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Today we're gonna be using one of my great things, and when we say cookware set, and this is what's called a 6-in-1 Ninja. Okay, so let me show you what we're working with here. This is our 6-in-1 Ninja. Anything your stove can do, it has stove top settings on it. Anything your oven can do, you can bake and roast in it. Steamer, slow cooker settings, we have all that. But today we're going to use our stove top settings. Okay, so I'm going to remove the top. You have a pan in here that you can bake in. Okay, cake, cornbread, little brownies. You also have your steaming rack. So I'm going to move these out of the way and put them to the side for a moment. So we're going to do that. And then I'm just going to set this right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my stovetop settings. And as you see, I have it to on, and I'm putting it on high. And the reason why is because we want to go ahead and saute our bell peppers and onions. So I'm just going to put just a little bit of oil. I've already cleaned my pan. So we're just going to put just a little bit of oil in there. We don't need much, just a little bit to get it going. Maybe a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. Okay. Okay. So leave that there. And so what I've already done, let me show you what we will be using for my spaghetti. Okay. So what I've done is I've chopped up 2 bell peppers. Let me come down here and show you everything. So I've chopped up 2 bell peppers. Okay. So we got the bell peppers chopped up. We have 2 onions chopped up very fine. Okay, and then as far as the ingredients, I'm going to show you everything that we're going to be using. So today I'll be using Prego meat sauce. Okay, and I have 2 of those jars here. So let me show you that other one. I have another Prego meat jar. And I doubt if I need both of them. Okay, we have some McCormick onion powder. Okay, all right. We have some ground black pepper. All right. We have McCormick seasoning oil. And I had the Sazon here, but we don't need both of those, so I will not be using Sazon. I also have garlic powder. Now, I did chop up 3 garlic cloves in here with the onion, okay? And then we have our spaghetti noodles, and I have my water on the stove heating with just a tablespoon of olive oil so that my noodles won't stick while they're cooking. And then I'm going to get the ground beef. And so then we have our ground beef, of course, and this is 80-20, okay? So we'll just set that to the side for a moment. Put this one back. Excuse me, one moment. Okay, and then I have some more ground beef here from last night where I made a burger. Don't throw your ground beef away. Okay. So this unit gets hot very, very quickly. So we'll just put that over here. Spread this all around a little bit. This unit gets hot very, very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our bell peppers in. And once these finish sauteing, I'll pull them up out the pan. And then what I'll do is I'll add in my ground beef to brown it. And once I brown my ground beef and drain the liquid, then I will place my vegetables back in, and I will show you all that step by step. Okay. So now that we've gotten all that, so what we're going to do next is we're just going to, like I said, just saute the bell pepper and fresh garlic. And I cut up about 3 garlic cloves in here with the onion. And so we'll just let it do its business, honey. That's what we're going to say, okay? We're going to let the bell peppers, the onion, and the fresh garlic saute and do its business. That's all that matters, okay? You know, when we were growing up and we were at Grandma's house and my mother would drive us to Georgia. I'm from Columbus, Georgia, but we relocated to Washington, D.C. in the 70s, actually 1979. And When my mother would drive us home to visit my grandmother and my great auntie for the summer, and you know how when it's thundering and lightning and it's raining, and your grandmother would say, sit your fanny down on the floor and let God do his business. So honey, we're gonna let the bell peppers and the onions and the garlic powder, the garlic cloves, we're gonna let them do their business. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Just let them handle their business. All right. So this pan heats up very quick, and it is very very hot already. It's doing its thing. I have the stove setting set to high, so it's on. So it's doing its thing. It's very, very hot. It don't take long for this. I have cooked grits in this. I have cooked hamburgers in here. Anything your stovetop can do, this does. Okay, anything your oven, you can bake, you can roast, you can steam in here. You can slow cook it on warm, low, high. And I've had this now for about 1.5 years, and I got this from QVC. That me and my oldest sister in Atlanta, Yolanda, that's our go-to store, QVC. If you ain't checked them out, honey, check them out. Get some good payment plan options. You ain't hear it from me. I ain't doing the gossip, but you'll love it. Okay, so yeah. Oh, and they sauteing very nicely. So now when these come out, I'll just put everything in a bowl. Got my colander on standby behind me. It's ready to go, nice and clean. So I'll put these in a bowl when they're done sauteing. It don't take long. And then after that, I'll add my ground beef. I'm sorry about the noise. I'm gonna get the rest of these onion and stuff off here. You're not gonna waste no food. We're gonna get all that there. Make sure we saute everything. When you pay for your food, you get your money worth, huh? I know you say it's just a little bit. A little bit count too. Okay. So as soon as the bell pepper, the onion, and the garlic cloves are finished sauteing, I'll come right back to you. Okay. Okay, everyone, so now that our bell peppers, onions, and garlic cloves have finished sauteing, what we're simply going to do is just remove all that from here, okay? Just going to remove all of it, and we're going to put it in a bowl on this side, so now that we can go ahead and proceed with browning our ground beef. Now, for those of you who cook spaghetti and you don't eat ground beef, it's okay. You can use turkey or chicken, whatever your preference would be as far as your meat selection go. I would say that if you're gonna add turkey to your spaghetti because you don't eat ground beef, I would say that when you use your turkey meat, your ground turkey or whatever preference of turkey meat that you use, add a little bit of chicken because chicken holds fat, okay? So you don't want your meat to be completely dried out, all right? That's what I would suggest to you for those who don't do that, okay? Okay. All right, so now we've all done with that. We've got our bell pepper and onions and garlic cloves all nice and sauteed, smelling good. So next what we're gonna do is gonna take our ground beef and we're simply just gonna add it to the Ninja, okay? It's all ready to go. So I'm just gonna move these bowls out the way. Oh, this one I had the bell pepper there. So I'm just gonna move this closer over here. Away from the meat. There we go. Okay. So now we simply just gonna add our meat, and we'll let our meat go ahead and start browning. And in the meantime, while the meat is browning, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're just going to first of all wash our hands after we place this meat in here. Then we're gonna go ahead. Our colander, like I said, is on standby. It's ready to go, nice and clean. And so that way when the meat gets done, see, we can go ahead and drain the fat off that meat. Okay. I like for my stuff to be well done. Okay, so this one pack. I gotta go ahead and use this one. Now I have my water on the stove. It's actually nice and hot almost nice and toasty. And then once the water gets to bubbling, I'll turn down the heat a little bit on it. Right now I have it on number 5. I'll turn it down to about 4, and I'll go ahead and add my spaghetti noodles. And then once they get done, I will drain them in the colander and then come over and add them as well to the rest of the ingredients for the spaghetti. And you can hear the meat is starting to brown. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one here today. I love, love, love spaghetti. Okay. I think this will be enough. And so then I'll use this bag that I had the ground beef in. Just a little bit more. Now this spaghetti can last me at least 2 or 3 days. Okay, let me go run this to the trash. So now I'll place this in the refrigerator. I'm gonna wash my hands. Now I got my hands washed. I'm gonna pick a towel here. Okay. So now basically what we're gonna do, let me rinse this off. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, so a little closer, is all I'm gonna do is go ahead and just start chopping this up, get it all brown, moving around, just like you would as if you were using a skillet. You gotta make sure you get everything nice, and you don't want the chunks of meat in your spaghetti. Oh yeah, it's doing its thing. Just let this meat do its thing, honey. You ever had spaghetti somebody cooked and got big clumps of meat in it? You don't need all them big old, unless you're making spaghetti meatballs, that's different. But make sure you kind of get it on in there and kind of break up those big pieces of. That's basically what we want to do, break up those big pieces. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this meat brown, and once the meat finishes browning, I'll come back and we'll add the rest of the ingredients along with the spaghetti noodles. So I will start to put my spaghetti noodles over into my pot on the stove right before I get all the meat pulled out and drained in the colander, okay? So as soon as this is finished browning, I'll come right back to you. See you soon. Okay, everyone, now that our ground beef is all browned and I've drained it in the colander, so next what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna add our bell pepper, onion, and fresh garlic cloves that we sauteed earlier. Okay. All right. Put all that in there. And next, I'm gonna put this in the sink. So next what I'm gonna do is just stir all this up together. Get that flavor of juice through that meat. said juice. I mean flowing through the meat. I'm sorry. All right, so we got all that in there. All right. Now I've already gone on and put my spaghetti noodles. They're done. I just got to pour those and put them in the colander and drain. And then we'll add that to this. Now in the meantime, take off my glasses. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and add our Prego sauce, okay? So let me let you see what I'm doing. I'm going to actually pour this over here a little bit closer so you'll be able to see. Oh, Jesus. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. It's okay. See if I can. I don't know if you can see it in there or not. Not sure. Okay. See if I can get this a little bit more. I think I can get it up anymore. Okay. So I'll add my Prego sauce. I'm just going to add just a little bit of water in here just to get out the excess Prego sauce. Just want enough just to shake it up and get all that extra at the top and in the bottle. Okay. So then you just pour it all over in here like that. So this one is ready to go to the garbage. Next, I'm gonna get me a spoon. And I'm going to get the tomato paste. Add it. Just a moment here. Okay. We've got our spoon. So next we're going to do is we're going to add our tomato paste. Okay. And I'm just going to use one. We don't really probably need the whole thing. For those who don't use tomato paste, if you prefer to use tomato sauce, that's fine. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is go ahead and stir this as well. It smells so good. Now that I got all that well incorporated, and I'll share something with you. This is my grandmother and my mother's way of their recipe that they taught me when I was growing up. This is exactly how they made theirs. Alright, next I'm going to add in some fresh black pepper, brown black pepper. Want to make sure we season the food. Very good. It may seem like I'm using a lot, but I have a lot of meat. Next, fresh onion powder. Flavor. Don't be afraid to season your food. Okay, so we're back again. And I'm also bring it up. Okay, so next we're going to use a little bit of season oil. Don't use too much. Alright, Next, I'm going to go ahead and add my spaghetti noodles. Now we're going to add the spaghetti noodles. Oh yeah. Alright. Now go ahead and we're going to stir everything in together. Just like that. Oh yeah, baby. It's smelling so darn good. Now I'll tell you, I used a box and a half of spaghetti noodles. And I used 3.5 pounds of ground beef. All that meat up there. After I stir this up really good, we're gonna just let this finish cooking for about 15-20 minutes, and then it'll be well done. The meat is already well done, so the spaghetti noodles, but I need everything to come together and let those flavors go ahead and cook through there. Alright. So next I'm gonna add another jar, should I say, of Prego. Alright. Add just a little bit more water. So we'll just shake it up like we did the other one. All right. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. Comes together, and I tell you, this is gonna be so yummy. Our kids love spaghetti. My oldest daughter, she doesn't like spaghetti, so I always have to make sure we cook something separate for her that she likes to eat. But the rest of the family, honey, love spaghetti. Oh yeah, I'll tell you, it's smelling good up in here, honey. Yes, Lord. And so then all I have left to do is add a little bit of garlic powder. And I know you probably say, well, she already don't got some fresh cut, honey. It's all right, okay? Trust me on this. Angela knows what she's doing, honey. I don't want too much. Just a dab or so, okay? Are in business, honey. Oh yeah. Yes, Lord. We're in business. And this is my spaghetti. Angela Southern Comfort Dishes. Appreciate everyone is always like to know your comments on this. So if you would leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about tonight's dinner. Put that in the trash just a moment. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more seasoning. Oh yeah. And yes, I still have it set to the stove setting on high, simply because I want this to go ahead and do its thing, honey. Do his thing and cook, and probably about 10-15 minutes. It's not going to take long. Okay, I want it to dry out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is good. was 3.5 pounds of ground beef and a pack and a half of spaghetti noodles. So then next, if you can see that, we have my spaghetti. It's doing its thing. Oh yeah. All right. So now I'll tell you that I used about 1.5 pounds, 16-ounce size box of spaghetti noodles. Okay, 16-ounce size box. I used a pack and a half of those. So now what we're gonna do is we simply just gonna place this top on here and let it do its thing for the next 10-15 minutes. We'll be done. I do appreciate everyone watching. Thank you for your support. Do me a favor, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this recipe. And like I said, for those of you who do not eat red meat, it's okay. You still can do everything as I've done with the bell peppers, the onion, and the fresh garlic cloves. You can do everything and just add your own turkey or chicken meat, whatever you prefer to make your spaghetti. I'll tell you, you will love it. Trust me. Just use everything else and just swap the meat out for your meat of choice. Okay? Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And I hope everyone enjoys their evening. Stay safe. Bye-bye.